So what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna do a video on Schoolboy and Larry again. The difference being Artem did Top Rolling Productions did a video on Devon's opinions about the match, and I just want to go over what Devon's opinions were. I've already watched it, so I have a few opinions, a few things I want to bring up, and also one other thing that he adds, and I want to talk about a little bit about RVJ towards the end of the video. So first off, like I said, this is Devon, Artem doing an interview about the match with Larry Wheels and Schoolboy, and let's just see what we got going on here.
Larry Wheels versus Schoolboy. You pulled this both too.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Well, I think that for the sport, if Larry won, it'd be huge.
Honestly, I don't know if I agree with that, because here's the problem: it would be huge in a sense that it would be a surprise. It would be a really big shocker, but the issue would be, in my opinion, even though Larry Wheels is gifted in a lot of things weightlifting, I feel like it would hurt the sport because it would make the sport look more like a joke. There is not a single person on planet Earth that could walk on the major league field in baseball and then throw a no-hitter. It's just not going to happen. If that was the case, I feel like it would give the sport's quality less merit. But, I mean, we're not going to go into all that. But, no, I don't think it would be huge in a good way. I actually think it would be kind of bad. I don't think it would be like any real big deal, but I feel like it probably wouldn't be that great.
But I would say that Larry has to be the underdog. He's got to be.
I agree with that entirely.
All sorts of things. Schoolboy.
I think his power could be in generic power. I think Larry's probably has the numbers.
Larry is really, really gifted.
Okay, two things. Yes, Larry is really, really gifted. I even believe that he could be a really good arm wrestler. He's amazing at all weightlifting sports. But pound for pound, he does not have the same strengths in the same angles that Schoolboy has. Yes, his curl may be stronger, or yes, he may have these and that's equal or better, but pronation, cupping, supination, rise, things like that, he's not going to have the same amount of strengths that Schoolboy has. I mean, maybe back pressure, but his hand's probably going to go doing that.
Okay, like I've worked with a lot of people. He's super professional. He's
awesome.
Super strong.
I'll agree with that.
He's super smart at knowing how to compete. The problem is he's lacking a lot of stuff. He is lacking experience.
Mm-hmm.
He look at like how many tournaments has Larry Wheels gone to? Okay, how many?
Have he ever competed in
right.
one?
So to start off at Schoolboy is super ambitious, if you ask me.
I want to talk about that too. Yeah, absolutely. I agree that it's 100% ambitious. I think, to be honest, it's almost insane. I think from a publicity standpoint, it's great because you have two big names in two different platforms. One being powerlifting or bodybuilding, strongman, the things that Larry does, and then the things being arm wrestling, which is what Schoolboy does. Yes, it's a great match, and you don't want somebody like Larry arm wrestling a nobody for a super match because no one's even going to have any statistics on the person if he's a nobody as far as the arm wrestler goes. You want somebody that everybody knows, somebody that you can bet on. Larry being gifted at most things, it would make sense that you would have him arm wrestle somebody that's elite because it would bring more money. Not saying it's a money thing, I'm just saying it'll bring more money, more publicity, more people, more support, more people into the sport, vice versa, more controversy, things like that. So obviously, that's why he went with Schoolboy. Schoolboy sticks out like a sore thumb in the arm wrestling community because he's Schoolboy, he's a young guy, he's coming up, he's really good. So it's obviously a really smart move on Larry's opinion to do this, but it is really ambitious.
I'll tell you, it's going to piss some people off, but Schoolboy versus RVJ right now, like, to me, Schoolboy's bad news.
That is the thing that I wanted to talk about almost the most in this. I mean, I'm super hyped for Larry and Schoolboy, but after this wash, I really feel like RVJ and Schoolboy would be such a cool match. I mean, it could introduce Schoolboy to the WAL, or it could, it could bring maybe some carryovers between WL being more lenient on their contracts so they could, like, the arm wrestlers there could actually arm wrestle other people, I think it would be awesome. Plus, it would be great to see where he stands. Granted, Schoolboy is a lot heavier than RVJ, but RVJ has been in the sport a lot longer. He's, a lot more seasoned. I just feel like that would be an awesome freaking match. And it would bring a crazy amount of publicity when it comes to people making bets and support and everything like that from the community. I think it'd be awesome.
Bad news. Schoolboy is on a level where I was like, so Schoolboy's like 6'4", probably 250.
That's true, yeah, I would say so.
I mean, when I saw him in March, he was already about that size. So he's probably bigger, and I would already put him at the top of the middleweight division in skill. Like, I don't think he's cracking like the top. I don't think he's cracking the top 225s, 245-pound guys. I don't think, but I don't think he's too far off. He's 20 years old.
That's so crazy.
To me, it is still a mismatch. I give the odds to Schoolboy to win. I'd be so happy if Larry won because I mean, to me, Larry is like a superhero. The stuff he's already accomplished across so many strength fields is it would just add to his legend so much. But he's bitten off a lot here. Like, this is a big bite for Larry.
I agree 100%
Do you think there's
on
a
that.
possibility of Larry winning a good win, like at least one match?
It's possible.
Or the whole thing?
I'll tell you, if that match stops and Larry has any kind of position to work with, and like, if Larry is somehow able to set up on par, like if he is really aggressive in that set, and if he gets some kind of neutral ground, and it's for a second able to come down a horsepower, ooh, we got ourselves a match. But there's a lot of questions. Is Larry going to be able to technically stand at the table with a guy like Schoolboy? My biggest fear is Schoolboy knocks him out of position early.
And that's 100% what I feel like is going to happen because Larry is probably not going to have any idea what to do in the setup. And even if Larry was stronger, which I don't think he is, but even if he was stronger, I feel like it would come down to Larry not knowing how to make a position. And even if you are stronger, if you get bad position, you're clapped. I mean, it depends how bad the position is, but it makes a humongous difference on the aspects of the match if his hand's in a way better spot than the opponent's, 100%.
Larry, being the super competitor that he is, continues to fight while in poor position. This is scary possibility.
That's something else I want to touch on. He doesn't really talk much about this, but I really believe that if Larry is capable of holding it at the bottom, so let's say he lost his hand or didn't, it makes no difference, but he has enough bicep, or, he's got his elbow behind his shoulder a little bit. I mean, in front of his shoulder a little bit. I feel like if Larry is capable of holding it, he's going to, and that's a really bad thing. It can hurt him pretty bad, and I really hope that does not happen, but you don't know.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. I think...
Only 1 week left.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
That's pretty much the end of the thing, guys. I really enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Y'all stay blessed. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell icon for all post notifications. Peace.